Hello, good evening. Welcome to One No Weekend live broadcast. It's 7 p.m. UK time. Once again, welcome. If you look on the screen, you will see what we're going to discuss this evening. Stress and mental health among Nigerian police officers. This when you talk about mental health, a lot of people don't really want to talk about it. People don't really want to lay emphasis on it because it's one of those sicknesses that you cannot touch. It's a sickness that it doesn't have there's no injury you can see physically that you can say, okay, maybe you want to go to the hospital for them to heal it, or something that people related to you might see physically that bring a little bit of concern to them. So because of that, many people that are suffering with mental health, they don't really want to talk about it. They don't want to discuss it with anyone. Understand the same thing happening in the Nigerian force. A lot of them, due to stress, work-related stress, a lot of them, they are having mental breakdown. They're having mental health issues, which most of them don't speak out. They don't really talk about it. And you will not see it. But because of the way they behave, the way they interact with your citizens, the way they communicate with them and all that, you can see that most of them are being feared. Once you see a Nigerian police officer with their gun and something like that wants to come in, there's no... You can see the citizens, they are afraid. They are not afraid because of the powers they have or because of the influence they got. They're just afraid of they just say their behavior. You cannot know what they can do. You can predict them. They can do anything at any time. For example, understand they can maltreat you anyhow. They can, the way they interact with their citizens is not that civil. Let's put it that way. Understand? And most of them, when they trace it back to mental breakdown or stress, work stress related issues. Understand? So that's what we're discussing this evening. And I would like you to call me. The number is going to be on the screen. I'd like you to call me and to join the program. That's what we're discussing this evening: stress and mental health in Nigerian police. All right. I came across one article about one Nigerian policeman from Migori who shot himself, and after shooting his wife, and they left a 2-year-old daughter who was watching the incident. The police officer shot himself after shooting his wife, and their daughter was watching the whole incident. He shot himself. Both of them died and left the daughter. And she was just 2 years old. You understand? Whatever the situation was, whatever was the problem, whatever was the problem that brought that made him to get to that stage of shooting himself and even shooting the wife at the same. You understand? You have to look at it. It's something that is something serious. Let's just put it that way. You understand? Only, like I said, only God knows what conspired between them. Only God knows what conspired that made him to do that, to shoot his wife. And after that, shoot himself. Without even considering the well-being of the daughter. Who's going to take care of the daughter? Without considering that. He just shot himself, shot the wife and shot himself in front of their daughter watching them. He's a Nigerian police officer. This is one of the many incidents that you can hear. It happens every day. Most of them relating to Nigerian police. Understand? Some stories had it that there was an incident when an officer as well, he shot one of his colleagues. After that, he was arrested. You understand? There's a lot of things, a lot of stories going along that you can even do because of that. They shooting themselves, they shoot other people, they shoot the citizens and all that. But the issue is that, have you thought about what could have happened behind officers' action? What is it behind? What was they thinking about? What is it that they were thinking about before they behave and they start shooting people? And most of them, the way they interact with you, the way they will communicate with you, the way when they will stop you and talk to you, they don't talk to you civil. And all of these things has been traced back to what? Work-related stress. It's work-related stress. There was a study done by some school scholars in Nigeria. It's from one university, Olabanjo University, something like that. It's a university in Nigeria. They did this study. In this study, they attributed the Nigerian police aggression to work-related stress and mental health. After the study, all the behavior you see the police officers, they're aggressive. That one is normal. The way they will talk to you aggressively. That is it. The first thing, the way when they will tell you to stop, they'll be aggressive. And all that. Because to them, they say they're under stress. And those stress has already, most of them are related to what? Mental health issues. Do you understand? After the study, they attributed it to what? Work-related stress and mental health. They even say that the mental health is accounted up to 61% of their behavioral activities. You understand? So when you talk about the issues that the police are having, when you talk about the issues, when you talk about their daily activities, when you talk about most times on the roadblocks, the way they stop people, when they're going to arrest criminals, even in their own cars, the way they drive, the way they behave, and all that. You understand? You realize that they put themselves under pressure a lot. The environment for them to work, I don't think is even conducive for them. And because of that, when you are working in an environment where your managers, the people that are above you, your superiors, they don't care about you. They don't really care about your health. They don't care about your well-being. Not something like that affect your ability to work. Some of them will be working under what? That's the same thing. Stress. They'll be working under duress. They'll be working under anger. They'll be angry. And because of that, their anger, what do you think will happen? They'll pour their anger on their citizens. Whoever they meet, they will pour their anger on them. And that is one of the things that are happening. When you talk about their issue that the police are having, their attitude, brutality to their citizens, aggressive attitude, poor performance, emotional instability, all of this we are all attributed to what? Stress and mental health. And many people are ignoring it. Nobody want to talk about it. Nobody likes talking about mental health, especially among African families, among African communities. Many people don't want to talk about mental health because of the stigma attached to it. You see, most times if you as Nigerians, they just put it that way. If you stay in Nigeria, you see the way the officers, some of them, the way they work, or even the environment where they stay, and you be asking yourself, you as an individual, if someone tell you to go and work in that kind of environment, I don't think you can accept to do that. But because of they are the police and nobody, let's just say put it that people hate them because of, yes, the way they behave and all that. That hatred is there. So because of that, even if they are dying or something is happening to them or something, nobody cares about it. Nobody really want to talk about it. If you're looking at where the police officers live, their quarters, with their kids, with their families, and you be asking yourself, what is happening? Is this where the officers of the law, people that are supposed to take care of, people that are supposed to let's just say they are the ones protecting the environment, they are the ones protecting the society, they are the ones that when you have a problem, when criminals come to your house or anything, they are the first people that you have to call. You have first point of contact. You have to call the police. You understand? And if you look at where they live, look at the environment. Some of them, if you watched even the way they dress, their clothes and everything, you understand? It's not attractive. You understand what I mean? And all those kind of things, they are human beings. They are human beings. They wake up in the morning, they go to work. After working, they will go home. And getting back to their house, the same environment where they live, it will not give them joy. And if you watch out, even the money, the payment, or maybe their salaries or something like that, some of them are complaining about the salaries and everything. And all these kind of things, for example, when you are, like I said, if you are working, if you are in employment, and the work condition is not conducive for you, there's no way you're going to give your best in that work. You always be what? Murmuring every time. You always be complaining. You always be what? Angry. And when you're angry, you cannot function properly. All of this will just come to what? You affect your mental health. And most of them are there because there's no job. That is the best, easiest way for them to get something, for them to feed their family, because there's no job out there. So they go to police. And when they join the police, that anger, they take all of the frustration. They take all those frustration to their citizens. Understand? And all those kind of things are affecting their mental health. Affecting their mental health. And that's what we're discussing this evening. The mental health. The stress-related issues they're having at work. Are you getting me? Have you thought about that? When you're walking, you're on the bus, you're in your car, and you see a police officer coming, what is it that comes in your mind? What is the first thing that comes in your mind? It's fear. But it's not supposed to be like that. You understand? According to them, their logo is that what? Police is your friend. But it's not like that. Because they are under stress. The work is not conducive for them. The environment, the structure of the organization, the structure of the police force is not conducive for them to do what? To work properly. For them to, you know what I mean? Work. And because of that, it's affecting a lot of them. It's affecting their mental health. You can see some of them going to the bar. They will drink while on duty. While on duty. What makes you to go and drink? What makes you to go and drink while on duty? You can see that is frustration. It's something that is frustration. You lost hope. You don't know what to do. You got a gun. You have a gun on you, and you still take your gun to the bar to drink while on duty. You keep your gun by the side and buy alcohol and start drinking. It's uncalled for. Do you understand what I mean? It's unprofessional. And you'll be looking at the person, what do you do? Some citizens, they will see them and start laughing. They're just making fun of them without thinking that this man, whoever he is, or this woman on a uniform, police uniform, he's someone's father. He's someone's uncle. Maybe he has children that are looking up to him. He has children that are depending on him for their school fees. Children are depending on him for them to eat, for their upkeep. Maybe he has a wife at home. What makes him to go to the bar and buy alcohol, drinking while on duty in the afternoon while the sun is shining so hot? He's drinking alcohol, not cold water, not soft drink, alcohol in the afternoon. You have to think about it. That is mental health. He has mental breakdown. He's already fed up. He doesn't want to be there. He don't want to be there. And that is what most of them are facing every day. You understand? You can go there, for example, have you been in the police station? Have you been arrested before? Or have you seen someone being arrested? Or you visited someone there that was arrested? Have you get into that station? If you get to that station, the environment alone is nothing to, it's nothing to write home about. The environment, where they stay, they will give you paper to write stuff. In this 20th century, they're still using paper to write statements. They're using that for you to write. They put it on that. There's no laptop, there's stuff, their equipment is not there. It's frustrating. And when it's frustrating, they will lay their frustration on you. On a daily basis, that's what's happening. And it's affecting their mental health. And mental health is something that, like I said, is a sickness that you cannot point. You can't see it. It's not physically, you can't see it. It's something that happens every day. And that's why you can see them. They can shoot anybody at any time. They can just shoot. And nothing happens. And once they shoot and kill the person, what happens? They regret it immediately. People with the mobs, people who are around were just shouting, screaming at them. Police officer has killed somebody. He has killed someone. It's mental health. It's affecting them every day. And there's not assessment. Most of them are even having that assessment to check if they are fit to work. If they are fit to work. If they are fit to carry that gun they are carrying every day. If they are fit to even to wear the uniform. No. And there's nothing like accountability. There's nothing like that. And all the leaders, people coming, everyone, they've not think about it. Even if they think about it, they haven't put in effort or make an avenue where they will be assessed. Give them the support that they need, counseling and all those kind of things, so that those people will not be doing all the things they are doing. Accidental discharge, killing someone, accidental discharge. What is accidental discharge? You have a gun. What do you mean by accidental? You are the one handling the gun. It's not the gun handling. They say that people kill people. It's not gun. There's nothing like accidental discharge. It's just breakdown. Work-related stress. It's a breakdown. Mental disorder. That is what's happening. And this is what we're discussing this evening. What do you think? What are those things? Have you seen some of them misbehaving, the way they react, the way they talk to people, the way they come when they see you? How did they talk to you? You understand what I mean? They are hostile. The way they don't talk to you civil. The way they interact with you, put shift. You're scared. Seeing them, you're already scared. Do you understand? I understand that uniforms, police uniforms, supposed to make at least you have that respect for them and all that. Yeah, but there's no the way they're behaving and the way they're behaving on a daily basis. That respect is no more there. The fear is there, yes, and people are afraid of losing their life. They are afraid of dying. They don't want to die. They are not. It's not they are afraid of the uniform. They are afraid of their life. And because of that, they don't have any respect for them. But it's supposed to be an office that is respected. If you go to some of the developed world, their police are respected. They are respected. Even if an officer have an issue, he made a mistake, or maybe he committed a crime, or like what you said, accidental discharge. In the Western world, they look into it. They will check their mental health. They will check their well-being. They will check the way they live at home. They will check all of those things. And they put all those things in consideration. All that. They will know if the person is fit to work. And these are the things that they are lacking in Nigeria. I understand that elections are coming, or leaders maybe there'll be elections soon or something like that. Both the past and the present leaders, everyone, they are not looking into that. Police is vital. They are very, very vital to any economy. They are very, very vital. If your police is being taken care of, the society, the citizens will be what? They'll be secured. Not long time ago, a couple of years ago, if you remember, when many people, one of the largest demonstration that happened in Nigeria among the youth, the NSAS. What was the table of the NSAS? What brought NSAS? It's all about what? Police brutality. The youth, what happens? They are fed up of the way they treat them. Every day, they get angry. They mobilize themselves and go for that demonstration. And most of those people, most of the youths you see there that went out for that demonstration, some of them, they have uncles that are in the police. Maybe their father is in the police. They have a relation that is in the police. Do you understand what I mean? So they just went out to demonstrate. But the most important thing they could have put into, or they put into consideration about that, they're supposed to do what? think about the welfare, the well-being of those police officers, their well-being, their mental health. Why are they behaving the way they are behaving? What makes them to behave this way? Why? What makes them to behave the way they are behaving? What is it about them that makes them that whenever they see someone, understand, the first contact is aggression. The first contact is aggression. That is the first contact. Those are the things they're supposed to ask. Those are the questions they're supposed to ask. Mental health is a sickness. And it's supposed to be treated like one. It's supposed to be something that you're supposed to look into, because it's affecting, it will affect your performance, it will affect the way you behave, it will affect the way you interact with people, it will affect the way you relate with your colleagues, it will affect the way you relate with your family, it will affect everything, every area of your being, because you are not stable mentally. You are not stable mentally. You're not. And most of those people, they are carrying gun. They have a license gun. They're carrying gun on a daily basis. Some of those police officers you see carrying guns on the roadblocks, they carry guns on checkpoints, they carry guns, even most of them in the barracks. Some of them they are taking bombs. They are just a little thing. They're going to explode. They're just waiting to be explode like that. A very tiny thing, they're going to explode. But it's not their fault. It's not by their making. It's not. And people are not, they're not discussing about this. They're not talking about it. They're not talking about it. Supposed to look into that. Okay, like I said, the line is open. I would like you to call me. I'd like you to call me. The number to call is +44 744 982 3876. The line is open. Call one on now on +44 744 982 3879. The line is free. Okay, the number to call is on the screen. +44 744 982 3876. We are discussing about stress on mental health among Nigerian police officers. That's what we're discussing this evening. And the number is on the screen. I would like you to call the number to join the program. Understand, like what I said, why are Nigerian police officers behaving the way they're behaving? Some of them having mental breakdown. And if you look at some studies conducted, their behavior, their aggressiveness, the way their aggression and everything, the way they relate to their citizens and everything is being attributed, is related to work stress. And that work stress, the stress is gone to their mental health. It's affecting their mental health. And because of they don't have that mental stability, it's affecting the way they behave, it's affecting the way they relate to their citizens, the way they interact with their citizens. You understand? And why is it that people don't talk about mental health among the police officers? Why is it that people don't really see the police officers, especially the Nigerian police officers, as human beings? Why is it that there's no compassion from their citizens to them? I understand that because of the behavior, the way they behave towards the citizens, the way they behave to individuals, that brings hate. People start hating them a lot. And even when you see police officers being beaten on the street, they're hitting them and all that, nobody is there to rescue, or because of that hatred. Understand? And the way they interact, like I said, let's assume that you're on a bus, or you're in your car, or you're on a bike, and you see a police officer. The first thing that comes in your mind is what? You're afraid. You're not afraid of what. You're not afraid because he's a police officer. You're afraid of your life because anything can happen. Why? It's not supposed to be like that. Do you understand what I mean? It's not supposed to be like that. And most of them, like I said, is the stress. The stress they have in a work. Let's just assume you have a work. In the morning, you wake up in the morning, you go to your workplace. Get into your workplace. There's no table. There's no seat. You don't have any equipment to work. And your manager expects you to work, to put in effort, to do stuff. And you don't have the equipment. You don't have things to make you to work, to achieve what you are there for. How will you feel? How will you feel? How will you even try to? You can't do it. You cannot function properly. And that is what is happening. If you go to the stations, get in there. You can see for yourself where they work, the offices where they stay, the tables they have. How conducive is it? It's not. And because of that, it's affecting a lot of them. They're complaining even from where they live, their quarters. If you go to the barracks, you see where they live. It's like a ghetto. And those people are what? They're supposed to work. They're supposed to protect. And they're supposed to serve their citizens. All those kind of things is what? Is affecting them. It's affecting their mental health. It's affecting their well-being. Do you understand? And that's what we're discussing this evening. Why is it that nobody is talking about that? Why is it that no one is laying emphasis on that? Why is it that you are not looking into that? Why are they behaving the way they are behaving? And that is the question this evening. Why are the police officers behaving the way they are behaving? Because it's not what they were taught. It's not what it's the way they are behaving. It's not what they are taught. It's not what, when they go through training, it's not what they are trained to do. It's not what they're trained to do. So why are they behaving like that? Why are they behaving that way? Once they left their offices and go out on the street, they become someone else. They become an animal. Why? You see the challenges they have. The challenges that whoever that is going to be the leader tomorrow, whoever that is supposed to be the governors or something, there are those challenges that they have. There's those challenges that they're supposed to look into, and they're supposed to address those challenges in order for them to get a very good and serving police officers. Because in any country that have good serving police officers, the citizens, they work freely. They will talk to them as an individuals. Police officers are different from the military officers. They are different from the army. So police is a civil department. They're supposed to do what? So though they call them the forces, but they interact with They're supposed to work with the community. They're supposed to work with the citizens. They're supposed to talk because they are the same. If anything happens, the first contact is the police. That's the first people you're going to have to call. Do you understand? And when you don't have any confidence in them, how can you call them? How can you believe that they can come and help you out? Understand? And most of them, when they're complaining, they're referring to the challenges that they're having. The challenges. And most of those challenges they're talking about is affecting their growth. It's affecting the growth of police office department. It's affecting their welfare. It's affecting their well-being. And those challenges include problems with the recruitment. How they recruit the officers, their recruitment, their training, the way they are trained, indiscipline and corruption. Those are challenges they're having every day. Indiscipline and corruption among them. You understand? And those things have not been addressed. They've not been addressed. A lot. You talk about ethnicity and culture. They're having low level of confidence in Nigeria. No citizen have confidence in them. And those are the things they're supposed to address. And when you bring all of these things, put them together, understand it's affecting them, it's affecting that force. It's affecting them because if someone doesn't have any confidence in you, there's no way they're going to respect you. There's no way they're going to depend on you. There's no way they're going to even believe whatever you're doing or believe in whatever you're saying because there's no confidence. If they don't have any confidence in you, there's nothing they can do about it. You understand what I mean? And those are the things they're having. And what brings confidence? Good training. When they train them properly. The structures for them, if they make equipment, they provide equipment for them. They provide a good environment for them to do what? To execute whatever they're doing. After the training, whatever, they're supposed to do what? To give them all the things that they're supposed to need for them to work. But they don't have those kind of things. They don't have it. And once they're out there, what happens? They bring those frustration to people. They bring this frustration to their citizens. Those kind of things. That's what's happening. And nobody's talking about it. There's no society that will function properly without the police. No society will function properly without the police, no matter what. There's no way, because you need the police for the protection of your homes, for the protection from criminals, for law and order in the society. The police are there for that. But if the police officers are not fit for purpose, it will affect everyone. That's when the society do what? They lack discipline. Criminals will take over. Insecurity will take over. And that is what is happening in that society at the moment. Insecurity everywhere. Because there's no police force. The police officers are not functioning. And why I know that they're not functioning is the same challenges that they're having. There's no proper training. There's low confidence in the police force. Their recruitment is not up to date. And they're still biased based on ethnicity and culture. And those things are what is happening and is what is affecting them going forward. And most of them that are there, some even, they've been there years. There's no promotion because of what? Ethnicity and culture. That they cannot be progressed. No way. And they're frustrated. And when they take that frustration, they take it to the citizens. And that's when you see someone, they're going to say to you, is accidental discharge. What is accidental discharge? You can hear that police officer shot another police officer. Why? It's mental health. They have a mental breakdown. Understand? They have a mental breakdown. Hello.
Hello, evening.
Hello, good evening.
Evening.
Yeah.
Johnson calling from Nigeria.
Hello, Johnson. We are discussing mainly about Nigeria police officers, about mental health and stress-related work issues and something like that. Why
Hello?
is it? Why? Yeah, can you hear me? Why is it that no one is talking about it? Why is it that people are not focusing on the conditions those police officers, because most of these police officers, they are people's fathers, they are uncles to someone, even their aunts to someone.
Yeah.
They are people's, their children, as most of them, their children are depending on them for upbringing and all that, for food, all these kind of things, Understand? And once you see them, the only thing you see is what? Hatred, aggression, and all that. And people are not thinking about why are they behaving the way they are behaving. Understand? In relation to stress and mental health.
Well, I love the topic today because the topic, if I wish the people in charge are hearing what we are saying, because it will, based on how the people bring, it will help a lot. But the problem they're having, they say police is our friend. But these days, I don't see it anymore. Because you see all these things happening, molesting, doing a lot of things to the masses. It's uncalled for. Government should do something about it. But in the other way hand, the corruption started from the head down to the local. You understand?
Mm.
Because if government are doing something, most of them posted at the checking point. They lobby before they are being posted there. They bring returns. So you see, when you take that report to the Oga Pata, they will not do anything. You see, because of 20 naira or 50 naira, you see a policeman that is protecting the citizen, that is supposed to protect the citizens in all angle, using, because of 20 naira or 50 naira, shooting an individual for no good reason. You understand?
Yeah.
And all these things, they are a problem. You see what happened at the NSAS.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the brutality and the way the police are harassing individuals, you don't have the freedom. I don't think we are in the democracy. Democracy is the government of the people. You share your mind. But all these things are vast. You see what prompts the masses to revolt against the police because of the harassment. All these things during Christmas period, once they see Nigerians, diasporas coming back to their citizens, to their father's land, you see police molesting them, harassing them. It's uncalled for. And to me, if you want to, you need to sanitize the police industry. Yeah. Because one, most of their dressing is not something to write home about. You see somebody with a gun, see him is drunk. It's not supposed to be like that. In an advanced country, hardly you see an officer drunk or drinking on our office hour. It's uncalled for. So government should do something. Give them orientation. When you see a police will stop you, you see them. Some of them are smelling alcohol, smelling a lot of things, smoking, drinking. The manner of approach is not something to write home. She's like, hey, do this. No. We're in a civilized world now. Approach matters. See them, because to me, it's because of that their drunkenness makes them talk anyhow. You see them shooting, doing them. Police industry should be sanitized. Give them proper orientation. Take people that before you recruit, they should go for training. At least if you don't read psychology, to me, you don't need to be a police officer. When you read somebody, understand?
Yeah.
So, but all these things they are doing here in Nigeria, it's not wise.
Okay.
It's not wise at all.
All right.
Not wise.
I understand. You focused. You just mentioned a lot of things, that the issues or problems that you're having, or what you see.
Yeah.
You see the way all the things that you see now is just about their behavior. Understand?
Yes.
But
yes.
What I wanted to talk about is this. Okay, because most times when you see someone that behave abnormally, when you see someone that behave in out of maybe someone is aggressive, or you're always every time you see him or see her, he's always aggressive.
Yes.
There's something that make that there's something that made that person.
Let me
I wanted to
let me just chip in.
Give me a minute.
You know, the problem. Okay, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was just give me a minute. I want to say is that there's something that make that person to start behaving that. That's something that made that person to behave being aggressive. Understand? Because are you there? Hello? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. What I'm saying, because there's something that made them to behave like that. And that is the reason why we're talking about. Because if you look at most times, let's just say if you've been to the police station, okay, or maybe you've entered inside the station there, or anywhere near you, any police station near you, you will see the state of the place, lack of infrastructure, poor residential unit, all those kind of things, low wages, all those kind of things that are bring together. If you see the offices, no equipment, no infrastructure, all those kind of, is affecting the way they behave as well. What do you think?
Yeah, I will blame the government. You know, for one, this police job, you are risking your life. You understand? The government, what government supposed to do? In advanced country, the most paid people are the security people. True or false?
It's not really.
Hello?
It's not. They are not the most paid, but they are well taken care of. They gave them.
Yes.
The way they structure their pays are all good. Yeah, it's for them. Yeah.
Yeah. The problem, they are not well paid. You see, someone working at the end of the month, your salary or your wages will not give you at the due time. You will not receive it. So all these things are the problem. They are not being taken care of. Police, we see them like prostitute because of once they don't have what we call base. You see them today, they will post them in another station. Maybe staying 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, or 1 year. You see, they just repost them. No good facility, nothing. If you go to any police station now, you will cry. You will cry. So all these things, to me, is the problem. Because most of them, you see that they have keys. I hope I'm making point.
Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah, I'm listening to you.
They have keys. When they are not being taken care of, it will affect them. That's why they do. They use do or die affair on the masses because they want that money. They see themselves as sacrificing lamb, but at the end of the day, you will not appreciate them. They are staying under the sun, under the rain. At the end of the day, you give them peanuts. You are not. Once they have health issue, proper treatment will not be taken. You see them, they are not being fed well, drinking, smoking, all these things. If you want to have a proper security person or security people, you write out things, what their pressing need. There's some pay you give someone, even if you bring corruption. If you want to give that person bribe, the person will not even listen to you. There was a paper I read in China. Because of the security, the security officer there took bribe, and the thing leaked. The man, for him to face the consequences, or the man shot himself because you know what he's going to face. It will affect his generation. All these things. It's where records are being kept. But all those things, me, I feel is the problem. They are so aggressive, so arrogant. nonchalant, all this their attitude. That's the reason, to me, that's the reason why they are portraying all those things. I don't know whether I'm making point to
Yeah, I
you.
understand. Yeah, you make a point. That's all. You make a lot of points. Makes a lot of point. Understand? And what you're saying, about if the police are not well taken care of,
Yeah.
if they are not well taken care of, that's what brought the corruption and all those kind of things in it. They are not getting paid well, and because of that, they find avenues to make money, and because of that, there's always
Yes,
they bring
you
in
see in
corruption and
Nigeria
everything.
now. Yes, because you see the Oga, let's assume. Hello?
Yeah, a little. Yeah.
They will use them as their own security. Whereas all those people, the Oga Patapatas, the people that they are risking their life to protect you, you not give them what they need. And it's like when the elephant, when the monkey they walk, babu they chop. See, all these people, they are there morning and night to make sure they protect you. At the end of the day, you give them peanuts. If it is you, how will you feel? You feel cheated. Some of them are in their offices. They have a conducive environment, have AC, have all these things. Then they use them. At the end of the day, they see them as nothing. So to me, all these things are the problem that made them to do anyhow on the road. And if these things are being sanitized and look at agitation everywhere. The lecturers are striking due to all these things. So the system is something, I don't know. The system is messed up.
Okay. All right.
I don't know whether you get me.
I understand. I can see the frustration in your voice. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. I understand that. I get you. I understand where you're coming from. Okay.
Yeah.
I really understand. Okay. Let me just analyze it. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, like what the gentleman just said. If he said that if the police are not taken care of, if those in the government don't make an avenue where the welfare of the police officers are looked after, ways to improve their pay package, to improve their wages and all that, provide adequate training, modern equipment for them, make the force attractive, at least make the force attractive for the younger generation, implement high level of standard, and most importantly, provide care and screening for those that were involved in some traumatic events. You can see some of them, they go out in the morning, sometimes they go for arrest or something, they shoot people, they see dead bodies and everything. There's no avenue, there's no provision for them. The trauma and everything, they don't assess that. There's no avenue for them to have the counseling and all that. They're supposed to look into that. That would give the impact. It will help them. Once they provide that care and screening for those that were involved in some traumatic events, that would have an impact in the way they operate on duty. That they provide the avenue for them to, excel. It's not there. All of these things, once those in the authority, once those in the office, maybe they are, or whatever you can call them, the bigger bosses, those in the top officers, if they care about their junior officers, if they think about their welfare, if they think about their well-being, understand, if they make an avenue where they can excel, if they make an avenue where they can go for training and they train them properly. And also, if there's discipline among the force, understand, it will lessen their stress. It will lessen their exhaustion. It will lessen the trauma and depression, because the trauma and depression brings that mental breakdown. And that mental breakdown do what? Affect their mental straight away. They have that mental health issues and they don't want to talk about it. And that is one thing with Africans, and one thing with black people, and one thing with even black society as a whole. They are afraid. They are scared of talking about mental health issues. They are afraid of talking about breakdown, depression. They don't want to talk about that. Trauma. They don't want to talk about it. And all these things brings what? That mental health issues. They bring that. And because of that, that's when you see all those accidental discharge and everything. You understand? I know that a lot of people don't like the police because of their aggression, because of their aggressive behavior. But you have also to understand that they are someone's father. They are someone's mother. They are someone's uncle. They are someone's brother. They are someone's sister. Some of them have children that are looking up to them for survival. You understand what I mean? So if their mental health is taken care of, both you, the citizen, and their families, they'll do what? They will enjoy the police force. They will enjoy them. You understand? Because they are there to protect. They are there to do what? To serve. They are there to protect you. But if they are not taken care of, and that is the reason why the whole society, insecurities, and everything is happening now, is affecting everyone. No one is exempt. It's affecting everyone. You understand what I mean? And this is what we'll discuss this evening. If you are with us to this time, I would like to say thank you. Staying with us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter as well. _JJ on Twitter. One on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook. Also, tell your friends and family members. Let them know about Wano. And if you are with us to this time, I want to say thank you so much.